property, excitability, and the ability to create electrical discharges. Your heart relies on that electrical discharges. Okay? The only problem is if you give an animal a dose of potassium, there will be no more symmetry. Or there will be no asymmetry. Meaning all of its neurons will go into a state of refractory period. Why? Because if you inject potassium, the potassium will increase in this area. Okay? So what will be the movement of potassium? The potassium will instead go into the cell. Right? Because of that, there is no exchange between sodium and potassium. It's all the potassium going inside the cell. So, no membrane potential is created. Okay? It should always be that potassium should be less outside compared to that of potassium inside. Did you follow? Follow that? Okay, so today we'll be talking about gradient potential. So where should I put gradient potential in these three processes? So, gradient potential, students, actually plays a role in between resting and action potential. So gradient is before action potential, but after resting membrane. Okay? So what is gradient potential? A neuron receives hundreds of inputs from other neurons, primarily via the axodendritic and axosomatic. When you say axodendritic, an axon will touch a dendrite. When you say axosomatic, the axon will touch the soma. Do you know what soma is? Soma, not stoma, ha? Soma means body. That is why your growth hormone is also called somatotropic hormone or a body growing hormone. Okay?